Hey, sports fans, and welcome to Sports Talking with Cam. I'm your host, Cameron Newsby, and today I will be talking about my Week 17 predictions between Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. These two teams will be looking to get the playoff spots they want. The Bears, they obviously want the number 7 spot. That's the last spot in the NFC. While the Packers are looking to clinch the number one seed in this postseason. Now, to explain what needs to happen, the Green Bay Packers, all they have to do is beat the Bears at Soldier Field this Sunday, and they immediately get the number one seed. It's a done deal. Now for the Bears could still lose this and still get in. And let me explain how. Because the Arizona Cardinals, these two teams are both tied for record as far as like records in the NFC, and the Bears currently own the tiebreaker over the Arizona Cardinals. So to explain, the Cardinals, if they lose against the Rams and the Bears lose against the Packers, the Bears win. The Bears, they get the playoff spot all because they own the tiebreaker over the Cardinals. But if the Cardinals win against the Rams and the Bears lose against the Packers, then the Chicago Bears will be eliminated from the postseason contention. Now that explains my playoff standings as of this moment. Now recently the Bears just beat the Jacksonville Jaguars by a score of 41-17. Mitchell Trubisky, he played a solid game. There was a terrible interception there, but other than that, I thought he did a really good job managing the game. If I was to grade his performance, I would give it a B. Just simply because he passed for 250 yards, threw 2 touchdowns, and he had a lot of throws. He had a lot of good throws to Cole Kmet, Allen Robinson, Jimmy Graham. Like everything was just clicking, and that's all I gotta say. Now the one interception in the end zone, he could have avoided that if he would have scrambled or thrown it out of bounds. But other than that, I thought Trubisky had played a pretty good game. Now next, the defense looked comfortable out there. Now I get it. The Jaguars are tanking. They suck. I get it. But every time you come off of a win, when it comes to any football team, I don't care if you're the best football team in the world. Like, I don't care if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. If you come off of a win, it establishes confidence, and you play who you play that's in front of you. So I really don't blame anyone saying that, oh, well, they're doing this against bad defenses. Yeah, I get it, but the more you practice and you're winning, you're winning your reps, winning your games, winning reps and stuff like that, then the Bears, they're feeling confident, and that's all I want to see. I just want to see confidence. Now next, you got the Green Bay Packers. They beat the Tennessee Titans by a score of 40-14. They slowed down Derrick Henry in the snow of Green Bay. They held him to 98 yards, and he didn't even really have a rushing touchdown. They did all they can to stop him, and they did. They held him in check to under 100 yards. Now the Bears held him in check to under 100 yards too, but that was also in clean weather. Derrick Henry could not get his footing in that snow in Lambeau Field. No one could. Yeah, barely no one could get their footing in Lambeau Field. Not even David Montgomery, in my mind, could get his footing in Lambeau Field. It would have to take him to warm up to Lambeau Field just to get his footing in the snow. Now next, Aaron Rodgers, he dominated that terrible Titans defense. It was, oh my God, it was just that bad. He threw 4 touchdowns. He did throw the 1 interception, but when you win, that's still a good performance in the NFL. Now, in my mind, Aaron Rodgers, like I said before, Aaron Rodgers is the smartest quarterback to ever play in the NFL. And here's why. He's extremely calculated. He reads defenses. He's perhaps one of the best improvisers that I've seen in league history. He is someone who can scramble out the pocket. I'm not saying, no, he's not going to be a Lamar Jackson. He's not going to be a Steve Young. He's not going to be a Steve McNair. He's not going to be any of that. But Aaron Rodgers, when he scrambles out the pocket, he could get that unexpected 35 yards because he really doesn't scramble out the pocket like that because he reads that defense down the field, and he is someone who just torches the defense all the time. Hell, he's even barely he hasn't even thrown 100 interceptions yet in his career, and this is year 15 for him. So, I mean, we can't even say anything. I can't even say anything else about. I can't really discuss a flaw in Aaron Rodgers' arsenal, except maybe if you can get one flaw, he has a lack of Super Bowl titles. That's the only thing you can put as an argument in Aaron Rodgers' career. But before I get off topic, let's go over key injuries. Now, the Green Bay Packers key injured player, they have David Bakhtiari. He is the starting left tackle of the Green Bay Packers. He is the highest paid left tackle in the history of the NFL, and he is a really good protection piece for Aaron Rodgers back there. Now, granted, I did hear that Bakhtiari he did play. I mean, there was a few plays that there's a lot of holdings and stuff like that. But in my mind, I'll give him the respect he deserves. He is, in my mind, the second best left tackle in the league. But also, the Packers can win without him because, in all honesty, in those times where David has not been in the ball game, that team, they only given up 2 sacks. And that's without David Bakhtiari. So it's still a really good offensive line, but it's still going to be a huge loss without his leadership. Now, the key injuries for the Bears, you have Jalen Johnson, and he has a shoulder injury. So taking place in him, you got Kendall Vildor. He is someone who I believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to target all game because he doesn't really have a lot of experience in the NFL. He's a rookie cornerback. And then also you have Duke Shelley, who is going to be taking place of the injured Buster Skrine, who will be the nickelback for that Bears defense. And plus, he does not have a lot of experience in the NFL. He's only a rookie. Now, my keys to win, if the Bears really want to win this game and make it to the playoffs, they will have to stop the run. Because that's what killed the Bears last game. You want to know the reason why they scored 41 points, the Packers scored 41 points in Lambeau? That's because Akeem Hicks wasn't there. So, with Akeem Hicks in there, I like to think that they're not going to run all over that Bears defensive line and the linebackers back there. That's what I like to think. So, with Akeem Hicks, it's going to serve a huge difference. He's going to provide tackles for loss. He's going to provide extra pressure for Aaron Rodgers. And, man, he is 6'4", 352 pounds. He is someone who provides a huge difference in that Bears front seven. Now, next, the other keys to winning. Do not turn the ball over. That's all I gotta say. If you don't turn the ball over, you have a chance to beat Rodgers. Now, granted, I know the defense is gonna have to be on point, but if Trubisky just plays at a ball manager level, so I'm not even begging for 350 passing yards. Yeah, that's a great game. Yeah, that's something I really would want, but I'm not looking for that. If you could give me 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, maybe 250 passing yards, that is what I call ball management. And that's what he's been doing for these past few games. So I'd like to say he could still keep on doing this against the Green Bay Packers, who is a pretty good defense. But if you just don't turn the ball over, you're more likely to win games. So don't turn the ball over. And then the next key to victory. This Bears defense is gonna have to get some sacks on Aaron Rodgers at all costs. David Bakhtiari, mind you, he is out of the game. He is out. He's out for the season. He has a torn ACL. So Khalil Mack, he's gonna have to get some sacks. Akeem Hicks is gonna have to get some sacks. Bilal Nichols, you have also Robert Quinn. All these pass rushers that I just named, they need to provide some pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Because if you provide pressure on Aaron Rodgers, then you can make him make crazy mistakes down the field. You can make him throw an interception in double coverage. Pressure, in my mind, it's what determines like who wins the play. If it's a lack of pressure by the defense, then the offense wins the plays. wins the plays most of the time because the offense has time to scan and read down the field. Okay, I need to go down there. I can go down there, or I can run through here. Now, if the defense provides pressure, then it makes them make crazy decisions down the field. So throw into double coverage, throw into triple coverage. Maybe a ball gets tapped up in the air by a defensive lineman. Those type of things. You provide pressure to Aaron Rodgers, you can win this game. I promise you. Now, next, my winning and losing outcomes for the Bears and the Packers. Now, this Packers team, they give up 23.5 points per game. They give up quite a few points on defense compared to the Bears' 22.3. Now, the Bears, they do give up points, but they don't give up a lot of points in the red zone. So that's a huge difference there. But in my mind, if the Bears are going to win this game, I'm saying the Bears are going to win by a score of 23-20. Reason why? All my reasons listed. Because if Mitchell Trubisky does not commit any mistakes and the defense provides pressure to Aaron Rodgers, provides sacks, and make his life a living hell in the backfield, you can win games right there. Now, if the Bears lose, which granted, it's possible, yes. If the Bears lose, they're going to lose by a score of 24-17. Rodgers is going to prove that even despite pressure, he can still make tough throws down the field, and that Packers defense is going to be able to hold that Bears offense to under 20 points. Now, concluding my show, I'd like for you guys to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys later. And as always, bear down.